Hey, Red Pill Mormon here. Mark Lichtenwalter. Today is October 31st, 2025. I am currently on Highway 160, I think. Yep, driving through the Indian Reservation near mile marker 378, and I am sad. Uh, Different reasons for why I'm sad. There's some things going on in my life right now that I will talk about later. But I'm sad because it's Halloween. So, if you don't know who Anton LaVey is, um, you should Google him if you want to. He was the one who founded the Church of Satan, and he actually thanked Christians for celebrating his God once a year. Halloween is almost, but not quite, as bad as Christmas. And you're going to be like, what are you talking about? Here's what I'm talking about. On Halloween, there's a lot of black masses. Crime goes up, murders go up, burglaries go up, assaults go up, domestic abuse goes up. It is a horrible holiday. Um, we in the Torah are commanded not to even, um, practice divination or witchcraft, magic, um, seeking uh, spirits, uh, dealing with mediums. That's all not kosher, right? And we should all know better. But I guess the reason why I say it's almost as bad as Christmas is because Christmas in and of itself is not bad, I don't think. My family, we celebrate Hanukkah. We also do a Christmas thing. Um, we call it the Festival of the Three Wise Men. So we do three gifts um, in conjunction with Hanukkah, and we talk about the importance of the three wise men and who they were and who Jesus is, but also the importance of the Festival of Lights and how Jesus celebrated it and what he said about him being the light of the world, and the history of the Maccabees and all of the things that go with the uh, the festival or the memorial days of Hanukkah. So what do I mean by almost as bad as Christmas? Here's what I mean. We as parents should not be lying to our children. Santa Claus is a lie. It's a lie. And why is it bad? Because our children trust us. They love us. They come to us to know things, to know truth. And when we actively lie about Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny or the Tooth Fairy, whatever, we're planting a seed of distrust in our children, because when they find out that Santa Claus isn't real, even if they're old enough to accept, okay, well, it's just a fun tradition. Okay, it's a tradition of Babylon, not of God. But um, the tradition of lying to our children is not okay. It plants a seed of distrust, which which can directly affect other things that we teach them about true things, like Jesus Christ, like God, and like there's a heaven, or like there's a hell, or like Gehenna, or like Satan, demons, fallen angels, true angels, archangels, all of the things of the spiritual realm that, unless the veil is thin, like it is for me, um, they will grow up and they will discount what you've said about the sky god, because you already lied to them. Hopefully they won't, but the planted seed is still there. When we lie to them about the tooth fairy or the Easter bunny, and then we find out that it was a tradition or a lie, it plants a seed of distrust between a parent and a child. My children know that there is no Santa Claus, but we still have our friend, my family friend, come over with his wife, and he's dressed up as Santa Claus, and everybody knows it's Blaine, and Julie, and it's just fun. And like, it, I don't see anything wrong with that, but we tell our children, you can believe what you want, but I'm just telling you that Santa Claus is not real. The gifts that you're given are given to you by us, your parents, those people who love you. Um, the Easter Bunny's not real, but the resurrection of Jesus Christ is real. And they're lucky enough, and I'm lucky enough to know that it's real. Like, not to have a belief or a faith, but actual a knowledge. And I'm lucky enough to have a wife who's also had very powerful spiritual experiences with Jesus Christ. She knows what he looks like because she has seen him as well. Um, it's interesting because God's the one that put us together. Like, we were strangers when we got married, but we trusted him. But like, for the youngest, he's 6 years old. He dressed up as oh, who's that really fast? The Flash. He's so cute. He's like, Mom, look, this costume makes me fast. I'm super fast. He's so good. I love it. But and that's not even that bad. Like, that's not bad at all. Like, it's fine. Like, we dress up or in costumes on Purim, which is the feast of Esther, and all that happened with Haman and Esther and Mordecai. Like, dressing up in costumes is fun. You know, my kids dress up in costumes just for the fun of it every once in a while. I mean, my son has a full fireman's outfit that he loves to dress up in sometimes. It's not that big of a deal. It's just the other stuff that goes along with Halloween. And like, they used to tell us marijuana was a gateway drug. Well, Halloween's a gateway drug into something very dark and satanic. And the fruit of that holiday is crime and rape and murder and burglaries and assault. And because you look at the statistics, and that is the fruit of that holiday. So I am sad. I am sad that we as a people, as the bride of Christ, do not come out of Babylon and stop partaking of her feasts and her festivals, when we should be celebrating the holy days, the Moedim of Yehovah, our Elohim. And as the people of the restoration, yeah, it's not finished because, in Doctrine and Covenants, section 124, if that temple had been finished in Nauvoo, not only would the Father have come to restore the fullness of the priesthood, but Jesus said that he would restore the times and seasons. Those are the holy days of Jehovah. and it never happened. The Father never came, and that part of the restoration never came. There's a lot of people waking up to the holy days of Jehovah. We do the best that we can with the information that we have coming from a Gentile society, trying to be more like the bride of Christ instead of the whore of Babylon. But like my family, they're not trick or treating tonight. I'll be home later on tonight. Just driving through this beautiful countryside here on this Indian reservation. But yeah, we're not gonna participate. We can go get our own candy. We can go have our own traditions. We can have whatever, and it's fine. The costumes are fine, but like just lying you know, about Santa Claus and Easter Bunny and leprechauns or whatever it is, that just plants a seed of distrust in the hearts of our children when they are pure and innocent. And I think it's wrong. I think it's wicked. And it's like wicked and like a wick, like of a candle. You've got the wax that drips on old school candles, and you've got a piece of um, fabric, like string or whatever, a wick, and you twist it up, and then you drip the wax down until it creates a candlestick or whatever, and then you burn the candle. Well, the wick, actually, if you look at them, it's twisted up strands. And the way I look at it is like you twist up the truth with the lie. That's wicked. That is wicked. And when we do those things, we are being wicked. And we ought not to be wicked as the bride of Christ. We should be coming out of Babylon, not celebrating her feasts and her festivals. Now, I always joke with my kids, and they know I'm joking, that I'm Hannah Claus, and this is Blaine, this is Santa Claus, whatever, but we teach them the truth about those things. And, the youngest, he's still going to be like, oh, yay, Santa Claus, and, he believes, but at least we're not teaching him. And when teaching him a lie, and as a child, he's going to believe certain things, but he's always going to know that we didn't lie to him. With the tooth fairy, yeah, I'll give him some money with his teeth, whatever, but I always tell him, I'm the tooth fairy. I'm the one that is given this, not some mythical thing. But I do tease him a little bit, but I always tell him I'm joking. You know, um, like he asked me once, or no, I think it was my daughter's. Well, what do you do with my tooth after you take it and you give me money? Yeah, I told him, well, you know how I leave every night for work, and I'm a truck driver, and like the majority of my career, I've been a night driver, right? So I go away at night and then I come back, and I told her, well, I'm the tooth fairy. I already told you that. I'm going to collect teeth from other children. And she's like, Dad. And I told him that I use the teeth and I grind them up. And the teeth of children, the tooth fairies use to sprinkle on themselves so they can fly. So, but, I did tell him, I'm just teasing. That's just, that's not true. But I think lying to our children is wrong because we're planting the seed of Babylon in their hearts. So I'm very proud of my 12-year-old because she didn't even go to school today. She didn't want to participate in Halloween. My two younger, they did participate in Halloween, and that they or what do you call it? They got their costumes and stuff. but it's something my wife was very against. But we also believe in free agency in our family to a point. You know, we gave them the option to do something different, and but they could do it if they wanted to just to dress up. I don't think it's that big of a deal. So, but they're gonna go watch a movie tonight on the big old TV at a certain place. It's not our house. It's not a theater either. And they're not breaking Shabbat because, well, I don't know if you can tell, but it's almost Shabbat. Not quite though. Anyway, and unfortunately, I won't be home for another 5 hours, 6 hours. No, it'll be about 5 hours. So. Anyway, I just wanted to put this video out there on this Hallows Eve or Halloween or whatever this holiday has become. And I know it's a lot of different things to a lot of different people, but Satan's always looking to get his claws in the door, and I think that this holiday is Satan getting his claws in the door. So, all right, well, thank you for watching the video. Just consider what I say, and you know, do what you're gonna do because you have free agency, but are we the bride of Christ? Are we cheating on our husband? Just something to think about. God bless.